Hi everyone, how are you today? Well, let me get my glasses off because, and you know what? I didn't put any mascara on. Today has been a day, I must admit. We have had tornadoes and all sorts of things. We are fine. We've had like a ridiculous amount of rain, but I'm good. So I'm here just to show you. If you hear terrible things about the weather today in Southeast Louisiana, yes, I'm in Southeast Louisiana. Yes, it has been terrible, but I'm good. I am so good. Thank you. Yes, we're trying to be safe here. We really are. So he is on his way home. He has about an hour commute. That's okay. And the other thing is poor connection with the internet. There are clouds everywhere, and you know my internet stinks on a good day. But hey, that's what I get for living in the woods, I guess, and in a rural area. Hi, Rosie. How are you? So glad you're here. We are going to do some makeup today because that takes my mind off of all of the thunder and the lightning that we still have. The good part is the really bad stuff is past. So let's do some makeup, and that will take my mind off of all of this. I am your Seint makeup artist. I am 68 years old. I'm not a professional artist. Artist is what Seint calls the people that work for them or that are affiliates with them. So that's why I say I'm a makeup artist. I am not a professional makeup artist. Do you help people learn how to put their makeup on? I do. Especially with Seint makeup, Patsy, because this Seint makeup is so different and so wonderful, and it's custom color matched to you. And we use 3 shades. Each shade goes in a different area of your face, which is even better because that way you can sort of camouflage, or you can hide the distractions you may not be happy with. Thank you, Rosie. You're a sweetheart. You can see I am having rosacea acne again. I don't know what's going on with my skin. I don't know. The rosacea redness isn't there, but I have the acne. So who thought at 68 I would still have acne? I mean, come on, let's do this. But anyway, we use 3 shades to create 1 layer of makeup, and each shade goes strategically in a certain place. And that's how you can bring out the best in you. I don't want to look like I'm 20. I really don't. But I want to look the best I can be for where I am now. Good skincare is key as well. I'm a big advocate for good regular skincare because that is really, then you're not going to have so much to camouflage or so much, to kind of, we don't want to cover. That's the other thing. I want to look like me. I don't want it to be heavy. I don't want to look like I have a mask on. I don't want to have to use all these primers and things that the younger girls do because I'm so past that. Did I used to do that? Absolutely. I have been like the makeup girl forever. So yes, I did use the heavier liquids. I did use the powders, and I used good makeup. But once I hit my 60s or really mid 50s, the liquids just didn't work anymore. Welcome to cream. So let's get started. Let me show you how simple this is. It looks very complicated to start, but hang with me because it's going to be so worth it. What we're going to do is we're going to take contour, and I know what you're thinking. That isn't even close to your shade. No, it's not. It is, though, for my skin tone for contour, because what we are doing is we are creating shadows. We are giving depth and definition to my face. As you can see, I have a natural shadow right there from weight loss. So my face has a loss of volume. And again, over here too. So either you have the real chunky round face or you get healthy and your face sinks in. What a choice. Welcome to aging. It is not for the faint of heart. Anyway, we're going to feel for that cheekbone and start at the corner of the eye, and we're going to go straight up. Now, why are we doing that? It's because we're giving a lift. I came down just a little bit too far, too far for me. That's the other thing. You're going to find your sweet spot with these 3 shades. You're going to know pretty much where they go, but you're going to get more comfortable as far and how. It's all just about you now. Okay, we're going to come over here and we're going to define my jawline. And I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I started doing this. Do certain moisturizers not work with Seint? Yes. If it has a really high silicone count, it's like it just sort of... they just don't play together. It's going to slide because silicone is like a slick plastic, and what it does is it goes into your pores and gives you that smoother look. So yes, that's you have to be a little bit careful with your moisturizer. You have a round face. Yes, contour will be your friend if you have a round face, because you can draw your chin just a little bit forward. I can work with you on that. Contour is wonderful. So now we're going to come and we're just going to do this down my neck. Now, why in the world am I doing that? That looks ridiculous. Yes, but when we blend, we're going to create a shadow, and what that shadow is going to do is move my jaw forward, and you're not going to notice this turkey neck that I have. That's the other choice you have. Either you have you're overweight and not healthy, and you have the really, really round face, or you get healthy and your face falls in, or you get rid of your double chin, which I can help you with that too with contour, and you get a turkey neck. Yay! Aging is so much fun. But anyway, let's just keep going. This makeup, though, is so wonderful because you do have options, especially in your 60s, 70s, 80s, 50s. And you should see this stuff on like a 40 and a 30 and a 20-year-old. Fabulous. They look so natural, and they're beautiful anyway because their skin is tight. Well, ours isn't, but that's okay. We're going to make it look the best it can look. Now, I put some contour on my pinkies and I rubbed them together, and then I'm going to start right at the bridge of my nose and come straight down. Now, why am I doing that? Because that looks as crazy as this neck. Because again, we're going to contour, we're going to elongate the nose, and then make it appear just a little bit narrower than it is. Now, if I had my choice to fix a feature, it wouldn't be my nose. My nose is totally fine with me. I have no problems with it. So if I was going to have some plastic surgery done, the nose is not one of them. However, some of you, your nose is a feature that you aren't really happy to have, and you'd like to fix it a little bit. We can do that with this makeup with contour. Okay, now you can also use your contour. It has so many uses. To fill in the eyebrows, you can use it to line your lips, and you can use it as eyeshadow. So literally everything in this palette, you can do a full face of makeup with, including eyeshadow, lipstick, and blush. Perfect. These 4 shades. Now, will you probably want more that they offer, like eyeshadow and illuminator and bronzer and all these other wonderful products they have? Absolutely. You just get a larger palette. Each 10 is individual, and each 10 fits in any compact. What could be better? So now we're going to brighten, and we're going to use a shade that you're like, okay, you went really dark. Now you're going way too light. Well, not really. So what we're doing is we are brightening the center of my face. So we're going to go in between the eyebrows. We're going to come right down the center of the nose, and I'm using my pinky for this because it's the smallest. And look how much narrower my nose looked just with 2 different shades on it. Unbelievable. It really is. And again, this is me, only a little bit better. So now we're going to take this bright shade, our brightening highlight, and we're going to catch the Cupid's bow, the center of my chin. Now we've brightened the vertical part of the center of our face. Let's now do the horizontal. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the inner corner of the eye. I'm not going to go underneath my eye because I have the lovely crepe skin under there, and I do not want it to get up in there and make that crepe skin any more obvious than it is. So we're just going to put a little bit on the inner corners. Then we're going to come and we're going to lift the eye and create a focal point up into the temple. For some reason, I am not getting much. There we go. Into the temple. Now look at the difference in my eyes. This one is lifted. This one is droopy. It's amazing what putting the right shade in the right spot can do. And that's all we're doing. Again, I have no Botox, no fillers, nothing like that. So this is me. So here we go. We're going to come to the outer corner, and we're just lifting by creating a focal point. There we go. Now, when we blend, a little bit of the brightener will go underneath the eye. It's not going to be enough, though, to accentuate the cracks from the crepe skin. Now, if you have pronounced laugh lines or marionette lines, that's a fold. I'm getting it. It's coming. It's just a fold. How we add shadows with the darker shades, we can take them away with the lighter. So all you would have to do is come and go right here on the inside of the fold. And you'd want to make a really thin line with your brightener. And you're just going to go down, and there you go. The fold is still going to be there. But the shadow that the fold creates will go away. So again, not as noticeable. We're working with you. That's the part that really got me with this makeup. It's working with what I have, what is naturally mine, and we're just making it a little bit better. We're making you the best you can be on a budget. That's even better. Now we're going to move to what is your main highlight. Your main highlight is like the color of the makeup, probably that's the closest to your skin tone, and probably what you would wear or choose from a store if you were shopping for it. Now, it also acts as a filler shade. This is what I like to call it, because you're going to put this where you don't have any other makeup. No makeup at all. And this is just going to fill the parts in around. You're not going to go on top of. You're just going to go around where we put the other shades. Now, I have rosacea, as I said, so I like to really catch the corners of my nose because I'm always red there. Just me. Now we're going to come up here and we're going to just add it where I don't have any other. So you can see the contrast of the 3 shades here that I used. I have my contour, I have my main shade, which is my filler shade, and then the brightener. That's the best place to notice. But look how they're not touching, they're not on top of each other. So this is the part that makes this makeup so special and so different. Now, the last shade that I have is my Lip&Cheek. Dual purpose. How about that? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this shade of La Ceignea. Try saying that 3 times fast. Okay. And look how pretty she is. She's one of the only pinky colors that I personally like. I'm not big on pink. I'm a red, coral, that kind of girl. But just for you, I'm going to do a pink today. So there you go. That feels so good. With this being cream makeup, it also moisturizes your skin and hydrates it as you wear it. I'm telling you, there is nothing like this. So what we're going to do now is come, since I said Lip&Cheek, and we're going to go right above our contour, and we're going to put our blush, or as I call it, Lip&Cheek. Our Seint calls it Lip&Cheek. There we go, right above the contour. All right. Now, the Lip&Cheek, I am a little bit extra. I'm a lot extra, actually. Just ask my husband. I'm a whole lot extra. So I like to add more. That's just me. If you like pale pinks, Barbie pinks, we have those. We have reds. We have corals. We have any shade you want to look for. Only thing I put on my face was this. Now, for some reason, since I usually put my mascara on first, and I don't see it. I just got in from out of town over the weekend, and I don't see my mascara. Oh, I know what. I put it over here in my little organizer, in the Mother's Day organizer. So I just spin this around. Here's my mascara. So see, it holds more than brushes. And we'll put some on now. I like inexpensive mascara, $5 a tube. This is Lash Princess, and I just order it off of Amazon because I hate going to the, to the grocery store or whatever. Kill me other than make me go to Walmart. I hate Walmart or any place else you might buy your cosmetics, groceries, and anything else you can think of. Now, why do I do the upside of my lash first? Because when I started wearing mascara back in 1968, you had to go buy the magazine. So you bought the CoverGirl magazine or whatever the name of the magazine was called. I don't even remember now. And you had to read the article. And then we had pictures that you had to copy. Well, whomever this person was that was doing at our makeup tutorial, well, I don't like a lot of people. That's why I say Walmart is bad. I just hate to go to Walmart. I really do. I don't really care to go to a lot of stores where there's like a million people. And in my area, everybody comes to Walmart whenever I'm there. So I'm kind of a homebody. But what I did, and what this lady said, or this girl, or whomever she was, supermodel probably, because that's who did the makeup tutorials back then, in a magazine with the pictures. She covered the back part of her lashes first, and she said that gives it time to, I guess, absorb, and then come back, and you're sure that you have every lash covered. So, is this the proper way to do it? I'm sure that Charlotte Tilbury or Bobby Brown or whomever would be having a stroke if they saw me do this, but that's how I learned. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, I have done this, like I say, since 1968 when I got my first tube of mascara and promptly stuck it in my eye really quickly until I got the hang of this. So there we go. Here we are many, many moons later. And this is how I do my mascara. Usually, like I say, I do this before I come on because, again, Lash Princess, you can get it anywhere. And if you pay over $5 or $6 a tube, you pay too much because it's eyewear inexpensive. It's also, I like the waterproof. That's just me. Okay, so now we're going to blend. Cream makeup does need to be set, and you can do it in one of two ways. You can either use setting spray or you can use setting powder. I use setting spray in the winter because I live in Southeast Louisiana, so that's a very humid part of the country in the summer. It's like mega hot, 100% humidity. It's like just terrible, terrible. So in the summer and like now with all of this rain, the humidity is 100%. Then I'm going to use the setting powder. Seint has both. Or if you have a setting powder that you love or a setting spray that you love, it will work as well with your cream makeup. That's not an issue like some of the moisturizers are. And if your moisturizer is just a little bit, if it's like the 7th or 8th thing down, ingredient down, it'll be totally fine. You don't want like the primers with the moisturizers. So that's my 2 cents there. Now, when I blend, I like to start at my jawline simply because if I don't, I forget. Then I catch my profile in the car window and it's like, oh goodness. So I have this big black line right there. So I always start at the jawline just so it is done. And I just come around. Now again, I am not blending like we were taught to blend. You know how we were taught and you just blend it all? You don't want to do that. You need to leave each shade where you placed it. You strategically placed it, so you want to strategically blend it. So here we go. Just a really, really soft blend is all that you need. And there we go. And now we're going to come to the blending part on the actual face. So what I do is it's a little thing called stippling, scratching, something like that. Notice how I'm not swirling it around and I'm not blending it all together. I am strategically blending the main shade, our main highlight. And then I'm keeping it to where, and see there's very little that goes on your brush. And I am just blending it in by pressing and kind of scratching, I guess you would call it. And that's going to spread the cream. And that is what is going to push it into your skin to where it wears like a second skin. It wears and moves with your skin. It's not going to dry to that cakey powder that liquids do and that powders do. And it's going to move with your face as you talk. It's not going to just sit on top of it, slide, and do those things that the liquids and powders do. Oh, I know, Rosie. Saying this cream makeup is like game changer. It gave me the joy of wearing makeup again. I liked how the liquid looked, and it was a good liquid. It was expensive that I finally could afford expensive, makeup, and I used it. But an hour later, it's like you could see every line on my face where it had settled into. It just wasn't a good look. So thank you, to Cara Brooks, who invented this cream makeup and put it on the market for us to take advantage of. Now notice how I'm just tapping. You can even use your fingers because you don't want to blend it out. You want a soft blend. You're not blending it all together. And that's a mistake that a lot of the older gals make, because you have to kind of rethink how you apply your makeup. Everything we were taught, you sort of do something different now. Placement is very easy. Blending is easy, but there is a learning curve. I will say that. So that's why if you choose me to be your artist, we'll FaceTime and get you through that learning curve. There you go, because I understand how intimidating this is. When I ordered and this palette came, the palette was empty, and I had the little 410s, and I put it together and I looked at it and it was so pretty, and I put it on my vanity and it sat there for a week because I was so intimidated by this. You can do it. I'm telling you, you can do this and you deserve this. Now, we're going to come to the contour. Contour is cream, but a little bit different of a consistency. It's warmed up to the temperature of my face, so it's going to blend easier, but you do need to do kind of the little circles, just gentle circles. You don't have to press hard, just little circles around to where you're making a shadow. Now go up into the hairline. You definitely want to do that. Go up into your hairline and just keep circle blending. There you go. Look at that. It creates the shadow, which brings my high forehead down. You don't notice that it's like that I have hair loss. That is way up there. This is just like the older gal's dream, because for once I felt pretty again. For once I had makeup that lasted like it did when I was in my 20s, 30s, and 40s. It makes me feel the best I can be. And that speaks volumes as we age. Now we're going to come and catch just this brightening. And again, notice how I'm not pulling the skin. I'm just tapping. And you can even flip your brush around. And this is the really cool part, because you can get in those crevices and you're just tapping. You're not pulling that skin, because you know what happens if we pull the skin. Yeah, I know. So here we go. We're going to come now to the contour. And I like to soften it first just by tapping up and down on the line. Then you grab it with your lip and cheek and just bring it up just a little bit into the temple. There you go. Now you can still see the blush, and you can still see, now remember, this is a natural shadow. This is not contour. But look how pretty that looks. You don't want to leave it like this. You want this. You want it to, now see how, again, this is perfect. See how I have this shadow and my face has more dimension? That's what you're looking for. Over here, it looks like I have a blob. So there's the difference in your blend. Such a big deal, such a easy thing. Up and down on the contour a couple of times, then grab it with a little bit of Lip&Cheek and right up into the temple. I'm kind of staying underneath where I brightened there to lift my eyes. So that's kind of another just, okay, I don't want to really go, I want to go into the temple, but not maybe that far. There you go. Everything I used is right here in this palette. These 4 shades, this one brush, a full face of makeup. Once you get past that learning curve and once you get the hang of this, I can be out the door. If my husband says, I'm leaving in 5 minutes, do you want to go? I can be ready in 5 minutes or less. It's just that easy. It travels well. I just returned from an international trip. Went through all the TSAs, all the x-rays, everything just fine. It was in my carry bag. I didn't have to do anything special. Thank you, Rosie. Hi, Dee. So glad you're here. So this is everything that I used is right here with this brush. And again, like I say, you just can't beat it. Us mature gals have to stick together, and there is no reason why we can't look our best as our counterparts did, or as we did back in the day, as they say. Now, how do you get started with Seint? That is such an easy thing. What I need to do is custom color match you the way that I was custom color matched to these shades. Now, the Lip&Cheek is your choice, and that's just your personal preference, what you like the best. But these 3 shades I need to color match you to get you started. You will learn to play with it as you get it and as you love to wear it. What I need to do, though, from you is I need a makeup-free selfie. I know I hate makeup-free. Well, here I am in front of you when I started totally makeup-free. What I want you to do is go to a window in your home. I want you to open your curtains and look outside of the window. Just whatever you're looking at, doesn't matter. Have some natural light coming in. You don't want sunlight, you just want some natural light. I want you to look directly into your phone. If you do this, you're going to create a shadow, and I may not get your color right. If you do this, you're going to create a shadow as well. Look straight into your phone and snap a selfie. Again, makeup free. I promise you, no one's going to see it but me. I delete the pictures after I color match, so there you go. So what's the worst thing that can happen if you step out and give this wonderful makeup a try? Seint has a 30-day money-back guarantee. You mail it back in, and they credit your credit card or however you paid, you get your money back. 30-day money-back guarantee. So my question for you today is, what do you have to lose? I thank all of you for joining me today. Y'all bless me so much. You took my mind off of the weather today. That was a biggie, and I do thank you so much for that. So you be the reason someone smiles today, and I will see you again next time. Be blessed. Bye.